This is a quick and dirty thing on making a paperback cover on Canva, so bear with me. I'm going to start by going to this site, which is a Kindle site. You do a search for a Kindle paper book size, and what you do is you go through and you put in the dimensions. Paperback standard, I already did this, but a white paper, left to right, inches, not 6x9, 300 pages, calculate dimensions, boom, here's what it comes to. And the key thing you have here is the line that says total is, I'm looking at the full top, 12.926 times 9.25, which is this line right on top. That's the size of the cover. I'm not worried about all this other stuff. I know you can use it, but I just find it easier to do it manually. So then I go to Canva, okay? And let me go to create a book cover. Gives me create a book cover. I want to resize it. What I want to do is make it whatever I wrote down, which is, it has to be inches, okay? So it's inches, and it is 12.926 by 9.25. Copy and resize. Boom. Now, let's assume I have a paperback, I have an ebook, and I want to use the same elements. But one thing I can do is go to here, not photos, uploads. These are items I've uploaded. And what I want to do is actually grab one in particular. Actually, let me grab this one. Okay. Now what I need to do is move it. Now, if you do the ebook, it fills the cover, which is fine, but you can't do that for this. So I have to move it over. Again, if you've used Canva, this shouldn't, I don't know what that's doing. Delete that. Okay, basically what you want to do is, and I know you could have gotten the dimensions otherwise, but you want to eyeball it basically to fill in this space, okay? I would tell you how wide it is, and it should be, because it's 6x9, it should be a little bit, let me see if it comes up here. It's not telling me. Okay, now I have two other elements, the spine and the back. Now, I wanted this to be a color, and if I hit here, what I do is Canva now allows you to hit that, and it has colors in the cover. So I can pick one of those and decide which works best. So it's not quite black. Could be black, but it's not quite black. Boom. And then I have these elements. So then I go to elements. I'm sorry, text. And I want to do 2 bits of text. I want to have the blur back here, and I want to have the spine. Okay, by the way, this tells me, I was looking for this before, you want a bit over the 6 inches, okay, for this cover. And so let's add a heading, add a subheading. Okay, let's move this here. We'll figure out what this is going to be. The back blurb. Okay, and you're going to fix the text and whatnot. Then I'm going to add a subheading. Kind of bounce on top. Okay, this is going to be my spine. What I need to do is rotate it. Rotate it 90 degrees. Boom. Title, bunch of spaces, author. Okay, spell that right, did I? Yeah, author. Now, again, if you're used to using Canva, this is pretty kind of basic stuff. You just make the box bigger, and you move it over. Aiming for that line, that should be about halfway. Let me just find that line here so it's more space. Boom. Bleecker Street, which is the title that happens to have this image. Obviously, it's too big. Font issue. To just, make it smaller until it fits. Small. Okay. Fine. Now, the title of the book. Add a heading. Okay. Again, this book is called Studio. It's clear here. So a studio on Bleecker Street is the title. What font do I want for this? Well, let's say, and you get to, again, you want this, you'd likely want to use the same font as you did for the ebook. So now I have this. This will be my title, and I have to figure out where to put it. And click outside the box to be able to move it. Obviously, that's going to be way too. Again, we're dealing with a font size, so it does make it smaller. One more, a couple more. Okay, this will have, hard to see here, but studio, return Bleecker Street. Again, get the box, just move it over, studio, Bleecker Street. Like that, a little smaller, don't worry. I want this to font, I want it to be, I think I want it to be right justified. The whole thing, so because the returns there, I have to do it, I have to hold them all out. Studio on Bleecker Street. So it's here. Back there, boom. It's there. When you use an image like this, it can be tricky to get it in the right spot. So let me make it smaller. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, move it around. And then I can play with that. Okay, and let me do one more thing. Just one last thing. Garland, boom. And then let's put that over here. And boom. And this will be left justified, the whole thing. Boom, move it over. Now, this is obviously too big. That's smaller. Whatever. Okay. Font, I want it to be the font I use at the back. Same thing for here. There's Lustre already, boom. And that, again, essentially, and you just want to give this the same font, or maybe, but let's do that. Boom, and then fill it in. Remember, there's a box here. You have to leave a space here. You don't have to put a white there. You just have to leave space here because that's where KDP puts the put your ISBN, your barcode. Okay, that is your cover. Then what you do is you go to share, down to download. You want it to be PDF print, download. See, it goes there, and it will be in. For me, it would be downloads. I haven't named it. Oh, make sure I name it. Okay, let's call it Studio. Okay. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to stop this, pause this briefly. I'm going to go to KDP, and then we'll see what happens next. Okay, now we're back. And hold on a sec. I lost the controls here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. So I just went to KDP. This is my KDP page, and this is a mock. I use this mock page to test things. So this is the second page of the package. Okay, and so let me go upload your cover file. So what I'm going to do is I make it life easier because I download it when I download it from Canva, I download it here. Obviously, it would have a name now because I named it after I did this. Upload your cover. uploading. Save successful, and then hit preview. Now, I didn't change this. I didn't change the manuscript. So this is a book, different book's manuscript. So manuscript, okay. So I'm going to put it on hold. I'm going to put it on pause for a second so you don't have to wait. Okay, we're back. Share a screen, boom. This is, okay, after waiting a while, it gave me the preview. I wanted to point out one thing, first of all, which is this thing here. This, when you upload it, it looks at the size of the number of pages, and then it tells you if you made a mistake. Okay, and because I said 300 pages, I don't remember how big this manuscript is. It told me I had made a mistake. Okay, so it's too small. So that's why I have this error message here. Now you can see I'm not going to go back and fix it at this point. I could not go forward with this because it has this warning. But basically, what I have here is, it's not quite, you can see the red line. That is that is what, everything has to be at least through the red line. Then there's the white line, and it could extend to the white line. Okay, in fact, let me just do one thing. I'm going to write down something, and then I'm going to put it on pause again, and I'll get right back. Okay, I'm back. And all I did was I went to Canva. I changed the size. I resized it from what we had before. Now, if you use the KDP guide, this should not be an issue. It just happens that the manuscript I was using was longer. So all I did was I changed the dimensions, and now this is what I have. Okay. You make what you would do is, and I'm not going to go with someone else's book. What you would do is you'd look at it and you decide whether it worked. Okay. And if you wanted to move things around, all you would do is, that looks a little bit too high. So what I would do is go back to Canva. Somehow the font is, I have that font. Again, this is the trial and error part where you look at it and you say, okay, move this here, center that. Now, the reason that wasn't centered was because the spine is now bigger than it had been. Then you switch over to the Canva, you look at it, looks smooth. Okay, if you don't like that, you adjust it. Let me try this. Center it, boom. See if that works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, and then you share it again. Download, PDF print, default. I'm going to stop it again. Okay, I'm back. This, you can see I've modified it a bit. All I did was go back to Canva, move this over, change the font for this, center this, and boom, this is pretty well, you can make fix typos like there. But what I do is I go back and forth, make sure it looks right on Canva, and then just quickly go back, change it, download it again, and then upload it to KDP, and then preview it. And that's basically all. Then go forward from there. Here is, I'm going to end this, stop the share. There we are. And this is actually the hardcover version of that book. Spine, and there you can see they put that on. So I left blank space here. They put that on. It's a little trickier to do the hardcover because it's the margins of it's a bit wider and a bit trickier, but that's basically what it ended up looking like. And if you have any questions, just let me know.